Welcome, everybody. Today we're joined with a very special guest, the one-handed drummer, man. L, how you doing today, homie?
I'm very good. Actually, no, I'm not good, man. I have like this pain in my neck. I was playing yesterday. I was trying to do a 4-pedal video, and I'm trying to look at the camera, and the camera is at my back, man, and I'm playing like this. It's a pain in the ass, man. Recording videos is always a pain in the ass. I'm always injured for some stupid kind of reason, man.
Dude, I love how casually you said 4-pedal video, by the way. Like, that just was like... So, wait. So what the is a 4-pedal video? Because I'm not a drummer, but I know, kicks, double kicks. What is a 4-pedal video?
Well, it's a video where you need to play 4 pedals, man. Yeah, I was playing right foot was in charge of bass drum and cowbell, and left foot was in charge of hi-hat and bass drum. So you got the 4 pedals, but since you got the 4 pedals and you want that to be the theme of the whole video, you really need to focus the attention of the audience on the pedals. So you need to place the camera on an angle that's going to give, a lot of attention to the pedals. So the camera is behind my fucking back, man, and I'm trying to look chill. But, I'm playing as stiff as and I'm looking backwards and moving my legs, and it's always that kind of shit that you up, man. It feels awful. For real.
Dude, how do you, because I've seen so many of your videos at this point, like, how do you come up with like these really obscure concepts of like 4 pedals, or like basically trying to play drums in every way a drummer wouldn't assume how to play drums at this fucking point?
Yeah, well, I ran out of songs, man, so I need to do the same songs all over again, but I need to bring a new perspective. So yeah, I've tried everything. I've tried to do the single pedal, double pedal covers. I started playing double bass with just one pedal, and doing the left pedal would be my floor tom on my right hand. So I started doing that. I couldn't play double pedal for shit. Then I was hired for a metal band, and I started with a double pedal. So I did, again, all the songs that I had already done, but now with a double pedal. Then with 2 hands, then with 1 hand. I'm running out of fucking limbs, man. I don't know what the fuck I should do next.
Yeah, dude, it's funny because I think we come from a similar background of like that, like playing an instrument. I don't play guitar as much anymore on the channel. I'm just the guy that listens to breakdowns now. But like when it comes to guitar, I was running into that too, where I stopped doing covers because I did over 1,000 of them over 10 years, and I was like, well, unless I do them again and like, restrict, like put a blindfold on, like it's kind of like there's nothing else to do unless you're only doing new songs. And let's be real, some of the best music was the 2000s. So it's kind of hard to like be like, all right, like, because I'm sure even you probably listen to some of the new stuff and you're like, yeah, I'll sit here and do like the crazy, deathcore, whatever the fuck. But like there's a point where it's just, it can get a little monotonous. And like, I love that you have to go back and fucking like add handicaps for yourself for the same song.
Man. It's awful, man. It's killing me. But yeah, and the songs, people need to know the songs, and when you reach a big audience, like you got more than 1 million people watching your fucking videos, you really need to find that common ground for everybody. So eventually we all go back to the same bands like Slipknot and System of a Down and Deftones and this and that, and we keep playing the same fucking songs. So it's a problem, man, because we keep feeding that beast, People only want to see the things that we do. We only do the things that people want to see. And then it's like, it's a circle that keeps repeating. And man, it's a curse, you know?
Is. Dude, it is. And I like how you phrase it, because I feel like when I talk to a lot of content creators, they have a very depressing outlook on it, where they're like, I'm just here and I do the popular thing because it gets views, versus how you're saying it makes a lot more sense of just like, I'm giving people what they want. They want some of this and this, and like adding spices to it. And I like that you do that. And like I said, you add these like random challenges within the challenge of a song, and you that's how you add to the content. And I feel like a lot of content creators haven't done that. Like musicians, drummers, guitarists, they kind of are just like, well, just because I play fucking Enter Sandman, like I'm gonna get millions of views every time. And it's just that's really boring. That creates a really sad one. Versus, at least I love that you're like innovating it and you're like pushing. You're like, I did this with 1 hand. Or dude, my favorite is the video, and I don't know how to describe it other than you using the stick with the stick and the hi-hat. I still don't fucking understand that one. All I remember is seeing you do that and just being like, that's magic.
No, actually, man, out of all the things that I've been doing, that's actually the easiest one, I would say. For me, at least personally, man, the tricky part is how the fuck you manage to get the second stick on your hand. I like to do it with the trick, you bounce the stick and then you grab both with 1 hand. But that's a little bit messy. But if you just grab both at the same time and you just start playing it, It's not a big deal at all, for real.
Yeah.
It's a very smooth movement, and for every note that you hit, you got the counter note, so it's very easy
Right.
to play fast. Every time you go up or down, it's going to sound. So it allows you to play very fast, very, very fast. It's super nice.
Is there any challenge you've given yourself that even you were like, no way,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Constantly. I just don't post them. Constantly, man. Constantly.
Hey guys, Future Nick here. I just want to quickly thank one of the sponsors of the Nik Nocturnal podcast, Neural DSP, who literally make the best guitar tone plugins in the entire world. Whether you want some Gojira spice, some John Petrucci buttery leads, or some Tim Henson good old fun, be sure to go to neuraldsp.com and at checkout put in the code Nocturnal Podcast to get 30% off non-already discounted items.
For example, there is this drummer. This woman is called Camille Bigold, or
Okay.
she's French, I think. So I cannot pronounce properly, man. This is not even my language. But she tagged me on a challenge, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. 5 minutes I lasted, man. Some things you can tell that they're not going to happen anytime soon.
Right.
I like a good challenge, but I like a good challenge that I can do in 4 hours, maybe 8 hours,
Yeah.
maybe a couple days. But when you see something and you go like, okay, this is 3 months.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend 3 months on a short that probably is going to get 100,000 views? No,
Yeah.
man.
Dude,
Just play toxicity or whatever.
Exactly. And that's something, again, the mentality of, and I would love to talk with you about this too, like kind of balancing getting better and challenges with also the pace of content, which dude, you're the fucking king of that shit. I thought I was insane when it came to posting. I am a little bitch compared to like how
No, but
often you post, dude. Like,
You
holy
have been posting for way long. I mean, you've been doing this for what, 10? More than a decade
It's been
already.
10 years, brother.
Yeah,
It's been
I was checking your channel like deeply, like half a year ago. I was just going through all the videos that you have posted, and it's ridiculous, man. You've done everything. You've done so much work in there. It's unbelievable.
Hey, dude, honestly, that means a lot, especially coming from you, bro. Like that, it's been a lot of years and trying, and I'm sure you can attest to that too. Like the thing is, what I really respect about you, particularly too, not just your talent and how you do everything, but how you're a drummer. People know you as a drummer, which is something really hard, I think, for content creators to like bleed into. You know what I mean? By kind of being taken seriously as a musician. I know even myself, no matter how many fucking guitar songs I covered, did one takes of, did crazy things with, wrote songs. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Like that's it. Like
Yeah.
you're a YouTuber. Oh, that's the only thing. And I think with you particularly, especially like with how you have your band, the cost, like you're able to transcend and also, play with bands and kind of just be, you are a musician before I think you're characterized as like a content creator, which is so rare because, if you start on YouTube, it's done. You're kind of usually stuck with that.
It is true, but it's not only me, it's you as well, man. We are building a community. Like nowadays, I'd say within the last 5 years, content creators are really emerging like something else.
Yeah.
And we are working, man. We try to work good deals with brands. We try to get, sources of income. We are building it ourselves, and it depends entirely on ourselves, the amount of relations that we can create.
Yeah.
And we are building something that has never been done, and we are doing a pretty good job. I'd say you, me, all the people that are on this industry, man. We are really fucking sweating and putting all we have into this fucking thing. It must be for something, yeah.
Yeah, what's your give me your day today. Give me an L day. What does a day look like to you, a schedule from morning to night?
It's the same thing every single day in between the week. I wake up, I start playing at 9, I start recording at 1, finish recording at 2, have lunch, go back to lunch, start editing, finish the video, I save the video, I start practicing at 4:30, maybe 5 if the video requires too many fucking things because I am a disaster with the Premiere and all that shit. And then
Dude,
I
fuck
start
Premiere.
the-
Premiere is
Yeah.
given me too many headaches over the years, man.
Totally, man. It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Then I just go back to practice, and at 8 I finish. I turn off all the lights. I go back to my gym right there. I train, have dinner, play video games, get high, go to sleep. That's it. Yeah.
That actually,
It's been the same thing.
That sounds really I love that you because there's a lot of content creators that they don't have time for working, like going to the gym, exercising. They don't even have time for gaming sometimes, and that's something, dude. I miss gaming. I grew up playing fucking WoW like 17 hours a day and like League of
Yeah.
Legends and shit like that and like Counter Strike. I haven't had time in the last 3 years. Half of my day has turned into admin, like answering emails and kind of more the networking and like planning than it is like playing. And as a content creator myself, I was just like, Damn, dude, I miss like the other side of that. So, dude, the fact that you're pacing yourself and you're able to do that every day, that's like, no, it's so rare to see people do that, because it's usually they're just this, like, they don't have time to go outside, bro.
Yeah.
Like, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is true, but I need to say my gym is right here, so maybe I have that as an advantage. You know, my house, my entire house is bathroom. In there you have my bedroom. In here you got my studio,
Right.
and in there's a gym, and that's the house. So I sleep, I come here, I play, I go there, I train, and I go there to pee. That's it.
Yeah. You're good to go, bro. All of the fluid he needs are sorted, bro. How is this is funny. I had John Petrucci on the show, and I asked him this, but he had a guitarist perspective. As a drummer, does being really fit help you with drums and technical ability?
I don't think so at all, man. I don't know about the rest of the instruments, but in terms of drumming, I've seen a lot of people that are definitely not fit performing for a long time. And it's no disrespect. Most of them, for example, Eric Moore. Fuck, my English, man. Eric Moore lost hundreds of pounds. He used to be super heavy, super big man.
Right.
They are like 6'5", these fucking drummers. They
Jeez.
are huge, massive. But yeah, and he lost like 200 pounds or something like that.
Jeez.
And yeah. And he plays the same way he used to play, you know.
Right.
He's the same fucking drummer. Most of the drummers are super huge people. Aaron Spears was massive as well. He was a gigantic dude, man. He was super tall, super heavy, and still he was fast as fuck. So I don't think it helps, personally. In my case, I had a car crash when I was little.
Oh, shit.
So my spine is totally gone. So I started training very, very early when I was 14 years old. And it helps a lot. I don't have any pain in my back, but I lack 2 discs between the fucking things, you know.
Shit, dude, that's serious. Oh my god, and you're drumming.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a crazy
pain.
instruments to choose for, like, having to deal with that, because drumming is probably the most intensive, obviously, movement kind of instrument. So holy shit, dude.
No, but with proper training, your muscles can reinforce what the bones cannot do, you know. So I don't have any pain, and I started training because of that, and I kept training because of that, and I try to train as much as I can because it makes me feel good. But I don't think it helps me in terms of drumming. It's always a matter of technique, I would say.
Right. How long have you, like you said 14, how long have you been drumming for? Like, how many years?
I think I've been drumming right now. I'm 28. I started like at 11, 12. So you make the count. I'm very, very bad at math. 17 years?
Dude,
16 years?
you're the same age as me? Dude, you look like at least 30. Holy shit.
I look like shit, yeah.
I do. Dude, this is not happening. I'm 28 and it's still not going to happen. You have this luscious beard, so like you're chilling, brother. All right.
Don't worry, man. You are very tall, so it's good.
How tall are you? You're like...
I don't know, because you guys measure things in feet and shit, so I got no fucking idea. For real, I don't know. I think I'm six foot, I think, but you must be 6
dude,
something.
That's tall. I'm 6'2". That 6 foot's fucking tall, dude. You're chilling. You're vibing. Tall king.
Okay. I don't know, man. I cannot translate the fucking numbers into parts of my body, man.
Is it you're in Spain, if I'm not mistaken, right? Spain. How is, like, because I've never been to Spain, how is the metal scene there, the music scene particularly? Not gone?
It's gone. No, it's gone. That's one of the reasons why I started doing the videos. Here in Spain, man, music, no, not going to happen. Definitely, it's impossible. The main problem that I had was, even if I was the best, which I am definitely not, but even if I was the fucking best drummer ever, no one knows. There are no opportunities. Like, who the fuck am I going to play? Like, name one fucking band. You from the States, can you name one band from Spain at all?
Yeah.
It's very hard, almost impossible.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Is
No,
there
you
like...
got Rosalia, maybe. The reggaeton girl, Rosalia, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Rosalia. And I don't know her, no. Rosalia.
Yeah, that was massive, but whenever they make it, they go to the States. So it doesn't even count, you know?
Dude, yeah, my partner Paula says the same, because she's from Brazil, and same thing is like with Brazil bands, it's like they're only recognized and respected when they make it big in America. Then like Brazil kind of cares, and Sepultura is the only one that's like, okay, you know Sepultura. And besides that, there's like so many cool, like sometimes bands there, and there's the scene is like, you know, here and there, but like it's like when they go to America, okay, now we're in America, and that's kind of it, and it's kind of like forgotten with that. What made you like want to, I guess at a younger age, like want to like understand like, hey, I want to drum and do all this. I have to kind of, the internet is kind of the way to do it.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a drummer. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the most
okay. Let's
important.
start. Whoa, yeah. Okay. What were you gonna be? Did you like go to school for specific things or anything like that? Or?
Yeah. I'm actually better studying and with books and all of that I've ever been with drums. Drums were something that I used to do for fun. I love practicing, and I have OCD, so whatever I do, I need to fucking do the thing, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I always used to drum a lot, but I never thought I was going to become a drummer because of what we just discussed, like opportunities and shit. I got zero knowledge. I never went to music school. I cannot read. I cannot write. So it was like, there is no way this is going to happen. I went to university. I was studying 2 different careers, but at the same time. Like I used to go to sociology, I think it's called.
Sociology,
in the morning, and in the evening I used to go to political sciences.
Oh shit.
And
okay.
yeah, fuck, it was crazy, but it was super good. I loved it totally. But they kicked me out, man. They kicked me out of university because I was trying to pay the whole thing with gigs, so I can play music, so I had very late schedules, late
Dude,
night
that's
gigs.
great.
All
You
that
did
shit.
the reverse. You tried to fund your normie career with music.
Yeah, man.
Everyone's like, I have my regular 9 to 5 job, so I could be a musician. That's funny that it was reversed for your school.
Yeah, man, it was, I don't know. I wanted to study. I just like it, man. And yeah, since they kicked me out, I was like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? So I gave it a shot, and it was good because it was the pandemic and all of this. So I just started posting, and things clicked very, very fast. And that's probably the difference between you and me. You have way more work involved because your channel it has a lot of content, but those are long fucking format videos. No. You have a lot of fucking long format videos, and that is crazy because for my generation of content creators, a little bit later, like the ones who started 5 years later, we started with the short content,
Shorts.
Which is more viral, gives way more subscribers, so it's like super unfair. It's like YouTube on steroids. It's true.
Dude, and I remember when that came out because I remember TikTok. Remember back in our day, TikTok?
Yeah.
TikTok coming out, and it took me like a year to give care because again, coming from I came from OG YouTube where like I grew up with the 10-decade generation before me. That's what I would watch, like the 2007 YouTube. So like I grew up with that where it was long form, people being idiots, a lot less filtering and a lot more saying dumb shit for sure back in that fucking time. And that was something I got used to. Like even when Vine, like I didn't really get into Vine when that was kind of going around. And then TikTok came and I noticed, I was like, oh, wow, this is like happening. And I didn't really have much interest until I started to see metal TikTok. And I was like, oh shit, this is like, and that was, oh my God, what, 2018 or something? I don't know, 2019, around there. And I was quite surprised. I was like, there's a lot of like kids doing really random fun shit here. And it seems a lot more freeing and actually a lot less bound by genre, which was something I was intrigued by. Like I love modern metal where like I don't give a fuck if it's deathcore or like lo-fi beats, like music's chill, just if I want to listen to something heavy, great. If I want to listen to some fucking pop R&B shit, great. Where TikTok kind of started to do that, and sometimes in a very cringe way. And I saw that happening. I was like, this is cool. Like this is weird, but it's cool, and I kind of started to go more for it. And then there was one point when the pandemic was going to where I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my like first short, my first TikTok, and just try it. And that was such a, even for me doing for 8 years long form content, trying to translate that to short, dude, I can't even explain how weird that was for me at first. Even though it's 30 seconds, you're just sitting there like 30 seconds. Like I sit here and I try to be entertaining for a fucking 10 minutes, an hour. I'm like, why is this so hard? Like, and that's something I know you're a master of like that. Just I see it when you start the video, instant engagement, instant excitement. Something's happening from that, like 30 seconds nonstop of like sparks and entertainment, which, dude, you have fucking mastered that. Oh my God, I haven't seen anyone else do it as good as you.
Thank you, man. But for me, it was the opposite. You started with the long format, short format was a little bit more complicated. For me, it was the exact same thing the other way around. I started with the short, then I moved to YouTube, and I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's the same thing. We are all confused, man. No one is free, no one has the answers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love that you said that because I feel like I said I talked with a good amount of content creators over the years, and like a lot of people speak just random bullshit and pretend like they have the know-it-all and do this and that. There's no fucking formula. There's no this.
No.
There are absolutes, like you mentioned. Shorts. If you want to grow, shorts. That's the thing. Even nowadays, if I stop doing shorts, I am staying the same, and I am consciously aware. Like I could do crazy long form videos, and because of how I built what I've done, I'm not going to really gain there's no new audience. It's my audience I'm feeding, and that's it. You do shorts, the algorithm, how everything is set up, you're going to instantly get injected into so many new people's feeds that have never seen you, and it's going to be exciting, and they'll have no idea that you did something 10 years ago or where you started. They'll just see the one little short, and be like, this is cool as fuck, and then like you have a new fan for life, right? That's so cool that nowadays that's kind of the way. But shorts is the way to fucking grow by far. And like long form, even now, that's why like I kind of have just put it down to just it's Twitch and we're hanging out. Like I just do fun metal things because like those videos which I would sit there and like grind songs or like do heaviest like a fucking compilation, dude. Like you said, weeks, and like gets like 100. I'm complaining. 100,000 views is lovely, but like it gets a certain amount of views.
It sucks, man. 100,000 it sucks. Yeah, man. We are moving at a faster pace nowadays. You can say it. It's true. It's fucking true, man.
Yeah, and the effort it takes to do it's so crazy where it's just a time. It's just math, right? It's like, okay, 2 weeks for this, which arguably might have slightly longer lasting, impact and like look a bit more, I don't know what the word, like professional, right? Or like a bit more like, okay, this is, crazy and all that shit. Or sometimes you just, like some of my best ideas I did in an hour. I did a short and I was like, that's hilarious. That's my biggest video ever now. And it took me fucking 30 minutes because it was just a fun idea in the moment and it was relatable. And like you said, I think a lot of content creators now have to kind of balance like, well, either some just do shorts or some just do long form. But if you're doing that mixture, it's so fucking hard because you're going to sit there and want to do like a cover and you're like, okay, well, I could do the new techie song Archspire cover or whatever the fuck. And that's going to take me a week, meaning a week of no content for my viewers, a week of suffering. And you basically have to accept the only reason you're doing it is for self-fulfillment. Like, that's it. It's not to grow anything. It's not to show off. It's just, I'm doing it so I can say I learned it for myself. And I spent a week doing it. And that's such a weird dynamic that nowadays is kind of how it has to be, right?
It's crazy, man. And you don't even get paid because it has copyright. So for me, it's like, what the fuck? That's why we need to fight. That's why we need to fucking unite, as content creators, man. It's such a bad fucking thing to do. You spend a week, 2 weeks, depending on the song, pick whatever. You could spend a month and suddenly you upload it, all the money goes into somebody's pocket and you're okay.
Dude, first of all, if you want whitelisting, hit your boy up. I got you with some of these because there was a thing when it comes to, I think 2020 happened more so. It was COVID. And again, at that point, I had 1,000 covers done. And like you said, all copyright claim, just sitting there. And sure, as a YouTuber, you get creative. You have a Patreon and you monetize through that and your audience, or you have merch and all this shit, right? But the actual video, obviously, if you use someone else's song, it's going to get claimed. And in 2020, a lot of the labels started to do, because of reaction videos, funny enough, they started to reach out as a marketing thing because there was nowhere else to fucking market other than the internet. And they were like, react to this and we will remove your copyright claim. Dude, I was on YouTube for 8 years at that point, or 6 years. That was the first time I ever knew what the word whitelisting meant. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You guys could have been removing these claims this whole time. And like for you too, like, dude, if you have a band and you do a cover and it gets 1 million fucking views and a label or a publisher is not willing to let you get your AdSense for that, and the AdSense is however much, our music CPM fucking sucks, by the way.
Yeah,
okay?
That's true, yeah.
However much, but you get 1 million views. Bro, that 1 million views is going to translate to so many new fans for the band. They're going to monetize. So many sales, so much merch, the fucking ticket sales, all of that. Just mathematically, it's like, dude, free marketing for a label or a publisher. Just click the button. That fucking whitelists it, bro. Are you kidding me? And I'm still amazed that there's people, again, like getting views, like you get like a million on every like big cover you do. Like, dude, hit me if you want. Like, get whitelisting, L. Get some.
But you think they're going to whitelist big songs? Because when I've tried to find some whitelisting, I've always found some shit that is like, man, come on, don't whitelisting. I cannot get, I don't know, Through the Fire and Flames with whitelisting, you know?
It depends on which label and stuff. Some labels, as far as I know, they have policies that it's like the lawyers are like, no, and it is what it is. But there's a lot of them nowadays. Any of like the kind of smaller, like not a major, like Sony is a little more particular. Respect to Sony, but like they're very intense. Or like Universal. Warner's a bit chill, but like when it comes to the subset, like Century, Nuclear, a lot of these like really metal labels, they're super chill usually. It's just about like kind of asking, and they'll do it. And dude, if you're doing a cover that gets 1 million fucking views, oh my god, if they don't whitelist that shit, like
That's true. But I need to say, man, to get 1 million fucking views, you need to do something that's pretty famous already. You know? So that's tricky. It's
you need
tricky.
to do cool shit, and a lot of the time too, like that just reignites that catalog for old people, like for younger people. I would do a lot of the metalcore catalog, like the 2000s, because I grew up with all of that shit. And that was like, I was surprised too, because I had people going like, holy fuck, I went back and, I did a All That Remains cover or something, and they went back and listened to Fall of Ideals or like Killswitch Engage and shit like that. I'm like, fuck yeah, like that's amazing. And obviously like that makes the band bigger and kind of keeps them in the constant eye. So I'm like, yeah, like you can probably fucking like remove the copyright claim, bro. Like it's a lot. And that's something when I saw Shorts, I was so happy to see, because I've lived my whole life with that limit of copyright claims and blocking.
Yeah.
Dude, Al, I don't know if there's a more depressing feeling as a content creator when you see the title, when you see the email from YouTube, your video has been blocked, and you're just like, I'm done with everything at this point. Like,
yeah, that's people that would rather not get any money than get your money. That's true. So
that
that's
part
the thing.
confused me always,
That's the people who we are dealing with. That's why whitelisting for me is like, yeah, but we're dealing with these motherfuckers. Some people just blog your video. They would rather blog your video than get your video to produce $12,000 and keep them.
Yeah.
They would rather lose those thousands and just blog your fucking video. Some with AC/DC, I cannot post. Iron Maiden, I cannot post. It's like, no, you cannot even post it. And it's like, okay, you're missing on thousands, and it's like,
dude.
but
It's unfortunate, bro. And it went long. And that's why with Shorts, what I love seeing, like I didn't see that with Shorts. I was like, oh, like, but like the fucking revenue we get from Shorts is like funny. It's like,
it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's basically
like,
non-existent.
I think I had 2 million views and I got $20, and I was like, again, hey, no complaints, YouTuber, best job in the world. But I was like, that's funny. Like, thanks, I guess. Like I great. Like,
yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It is actually fucking ridiculous. But again, what you gonna do, man?
Yeah, dude. Well, nowadays, obviously, you do obviously content creator. You also do a bunch of live stuff, but like you have your band too. The Cause. How did that come about? Because I remember you announcing it, and I was super intrigued too. Because obviously you're the drummer right now, especially when it comes to metal and especially on the content side. Like, how did just that whole project come about for you? Because that's a very particular project.
I have a studio right above here. Like I'm on the lower floor. There's the first floor, and I have a studio in there. And there is a jazz band from here, from Valencia. They are very good, called Balmuth.
Okay.
And they are the singer and the lead guitar, and then the bassist from that jazz band. And whenever I'm playing, man, every time they come to record, I can listen because the walls are not that thick. I can listen to them playing, and they can listen to me playing. And every time they come, man, I'm just like, fuck, they're good. They're very good. They're very good. And they do a jazzy style, but you can sense that if you put a little bit of gain, that could be metal as fuck. So I just had a chat with them, like, would you like to try? They were like, fuck yeah. And I was like, do the same thing, but with distortion, make it metal,
Add distortion, bro. Crank the fucking pedals, brother.
Yeah, that's the fucking thing. That's all they're doing, and that's how it started. And we are releasing the album in 2 weeks, man. I'm happy as fuck.
Congrats, man. That's Is that your first original on DSPs, like on Spotify and stuff, like album at least?
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
How are you feeling? Because I know a lot of people, either they're super stressed, they're anxious, or they're sick of the songs because they've heard it too many times, and some are just stoked. What's your vibe pre-album release right now?
Ooh, I don't care at all, man. I'm fortunate because I can sustain myself without the band, so It's good. It's good. It's like whatever happens, happens. And that's actually one of the best things to do. Like create music just for the sake of music. Don't think about the views. Don't think about anything. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Dude.
And obviously, it's not going to work. For a lot of people that watch my videos, they're going to be like, yeah, that's too much or that's too little. It's always the same thing. It's like that flow of negativity. It's less is more, more is less. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You just do it because you like it, and that's it. That's the way to go. Yeah.
Dude, that's something I love that you mentioned that too, because I think like it's very freeing, and I have that similar mindset of like all my music projects are not, they don't pay the bills at all, like, and that's why anytime I do something in that way, I'm able to have a lot more fun than I think a lot of musicians usually, because if you're in a band and it's like you're full time, if you release a bad record, your life is fucked for 2 years. If you're a big band and your record sucks until the next record, which is usually the 2-year cycle, you're just fucked. And it's like, that must be so much pressure, super fucking depressing to have to always like worry. And obviously when it's good, it's really good too in that way. But with the content side and it being like, obviously content creation is kind of like our main, that's what pays the fucking rent. Is like, it's so relaxing when it's just like, let's just write and have fun. Like that's rare nowadays, Al. Isn't that fucking weird that that's a rare thing to do nowadays? Like just have fun making music.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy. But we are stressed on the other side. Like we need to be stressed in order to, to put bread on the table. So it's okay. We deserve to have a fucking band where we can do whatever the fuck we do, or several projects where we can express ourselves. We live stress, man. Like our routines are killer,
Have you ever thought about doing a project particularly with a bunch of like really big content creators and stuff like that, where it's just like this ultimate super group where you guys release anything and it's just every single person that posts, it's like 5x than what a band has? Because right now I know with your band, and by the way, your homies are sick as fuck, like they're
very good,
amazing fucking musicians. And that's the thing where obviously you are the person with like the socials, so it's like more on you to do that. And have you ever thought like doing a project just for the fuck of it, to see like how big can you kind of push it, of like just 5 titans of just like boom, everyone has that crazy power?
Not really, man. Not really. I like to keep it intimate, I like to do it with my friends in person. I've had offers from different content creators, but it's like, it seems a little bit artificial, like a lot of people like me on different, like the bass player, the equivalent of me, but on bass, the equivalent of me, but on guitar. And it's like, it doesn't even, it's not even a guarantee that it's going to be good music. You could play whatever the fuck you want, but that's not a guarantee of anything. And especially it's not a guarantee of good feeling between the members or same sense of production or, it's like super weird. You grab a bunch of freaks with a lot of ego and you put them on a room. Not even on a room. It's true, man. You grab a bunch of crazy motherfuckers that spend their whole life like rats behind a computer, and then that's going to be good? I don't think so. We are very weird people, man.
I know, dude.
It's true. I bet you're the same, man.
I am the fucking same. And the ego, I love that you said the ego thing. I mean, I've dealt with my fair share of, over the last 10 fucking years, of a YouTuber or TikTok, whoever the fuck content creator that, like you see them and they're a very different person in person, and they're just like, it's weird because it's almost confusing how we're like, why do you think you're like the most important person in the world? It's like, what, but it's a very common thing, which also obviously among musicians, but especially among some content creators, where it's like very surprising of just like, there's no selflessness, there's no like just thing that grounds them. Like, it's like, didn't anyone at a moment tell you that you're bad at writing music, but you have views? Like, like in any way, like no one's told these people that, right? Sometimes it's like, it's very disconnecting, and that's a problem I've had, I think, over many years too. Like, there's a lot of really good content creators and good homies, but like when it comes to things like that and melding with music and like combining tastes, it's like, it's very hard to find people that are willing to do that, and who also don't want to, be a one man, ego it up and do everything. It's kind of fucking hard, man.
It's super fucked up, yeah. And you find like 2 kinds of ego, man. You got the people who believe they're better than you, and then you got the people who make a living, a very good living, so they don't need to take bullshit. The second one is it's very healthy.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree,
when you make a living and I don't know, a brand comes up to you, hey, I'm going to give you $10,000 if you promote this awful, I don't know, crypto fucking scam. It's true. And you just go, no.
Sponsored by Crypto.com right here.
Yeah, no, but it's true. You just say, no, I'm not doing it. You know, go screw yourself. I don't need your fucking money. Get out. So that's good. That's like freedom. But then you got the other way of the ego, you know, the people that just have so much views that they're like gods, this god complex, like I am better than anybody else. And it's like so frustrating, man. No, come on. There are way better things to do than deal with those people. You know?
Dude, yeah, it's unfortunate. And dude, again, in mad respect to you, because I mean, I see when you're playing too, like you're very good, and I think you're extremely humble. Considering how good you are, El, you're very humble, bro. Like
no, but I post very short content. I have plenty of time for rehearsing. Like my life is super easy. And most of the shit I play, I forget. Like 1 week later, I cannot play it. It's true, man. It's like
I'm the same, dude.
I don't know.
It's when I did my fucking heaviest riff series a few years back, dude. 500 riffs next week. If someone said play that riff, how the fuck I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's gone. I have to. Where are the tabs again? I have to go back and figure it out, dude. It's really It's very weird how it's like a lot of the stuff when it comes to learning music or covers, like it's in this cache that's really small in our brains that. We're really efficient at learning really fucking fast, probably, and like doing it, and it's just gone. It's as if we never learned it, and I'm like, oh fuck, you know?
No, but it's amazing, man. It's something. It's how the brain fucking works. It's exactly how you placed it, man. We are able to learn things very fast. When you train for years and years and years, your brain gets super able to do those kind of things. So you find yourself playing crazy things way faster than the rest of the people. But it doesn't stay. That doesn't mean that you can play anything. No, you need to put a lot of hours, then you have it, then you forget it, and it's gone. And for me personally, the thing that I can do and that I like to do is to do stupid things like crazy techniques, like the hand and all of that. Most of the people don't have time to practice that. So me, I have time. You practice it a little bit. If you try to play in a different way and you invest a little bit of time, or you can afford to invest a little bit of time on playing differently, you automatically get way better than the rest of the people because they don't have time, you know? When you're playing crazy tricks or the 16th notes with one stick or double stick doing this or the tricks, it's very easy to create like this image of, oh, he's super good. No, it's just different. It's just doing things that most of the people would say like, what the fuck am I going to use this for? Nothing. No. It's useless. Totally useless.
Just called entertainment. Like that's it. It's just entertaining, man. And that's the thing. Sometimes, and I don't know if you've had this too, where I've content-wise had to do something, content. I'm like, I do it for entertainment's sake, and then once in a while, out of all of those ideas, you come across one that you're like, oh fuck, that's actually really sick, and then you start actually using it in like your playing or like your writing. And you didn't mean to do that, but it's just something that naturally happened. I don't know if that's happened to you very often, but like, it's very
not often. Definitely not often. But sometimes you come across something that's like fascinating, and then that's art, man. If you invest a lot of times, eventually it's like a broken clock. Eventually it's going to give the right time, right? It's the same thing. You put in so many hours, eventually something is going to be like, wow, this is a very good idea.
Yeah. Did you? What was the idea for you that when you did it and filmed it and it came out? Like, what was your, I guess, first, like, I hate the word viral but like, viral moment where even you were like, oh shit, like this is, for every YouTuber is different. It's like, oh shit, this is happening. Like this is what's going on now. Did you have a particular video for you?
The one-handed stuff was too viral to handle. That got out of control and got so many millions of views, and it's really a stupid thing. Because if you pay attention, you're not even playing the song properly. You are missing notes constantly, but people see it. They are listening with their eyes,
right.
So one hand, it's not the same fucking thing. I'm every feel, I'm making it up. There are thousands of things that you're gonna do. You just rewrite them, take out the drums, place your drums on top, and it sounds somewhat similar. And people go like, wow, he's playing it with one hand. No, I'm not. Doing whatever with one hand, it looks cool, but it's not what.
Do you feel like sometimes you have to one hand a lot of things now because it was like one of the things that popped off?
Yeah, but I don't do it no more because it's not fun anymore. It gets like that much attention, and suddenly it's like You ran out of ideas, go back to, and it's like, okay, I get it. I'll do something else. I don't know.
Yeah. Has there been any bands that have reached out to you of you doing the one-handed thing and they were like, bro, come on, you can't do this with one hand.
Yeah, some of them, some artists, but I don't know. I don't like how it feels, especially, for example, with Mike Pornoy. He came to me. I posted something like Dance of Eternity or whatever. Wow, that's amazing, and I feel super bad, man, because the real fucking amazing thing is writing that song, man. I've been playing that song for decades, literally. And it's like, this is nonsense. Like a monkey could do this given enough rehearsing time, Gotcha. But just one person on the whole fucking planet Earth could write what you wrote. So I feel very bad because, of course, it looks good and everything, but it's like, it's pointless. It has nothing to do with what you did. And the real valuable thing you need to keep in mind is what you did,
Right. Yeah, dude.
Super crazy.
I understand. That's so funny, man. Yeah, have you noticed a lot more over the years respect from like the music and music industry side as a content creator?
Yeah, I've seen everything, man. I've seen people who have offered a lot of respect, and I've dealt with situations where I have lost my temper, just like, what the fuck is this guy? Yeah. I had one situation specifically, man. I'm not going to even say the band because it's crazy, but a massive fucking thing. Hey, you want to track a song with us? Yeah, of course.
Right.
When? This date. You need to come to this place and everything. And I'm like, okay, what's the budget? What budget? And like, the fucking budget. What do you mean, what the budget? I mean, you want me to go there like you are this big, massive, brother, massive. Like, we're talking massive big. Fucking label, massive fucking everything.
Right.
Yeah, no, we don't pay the hotel, we don't pay the trip, and we don't pay you.
Not even paid expenses.
Not even the expenses.
Oh, mio Dios. That's insane, dude.
Brother, I just said fuck off to the label, went to the artist, talked with the artist, still didn't get to a common ground, and I was feeling like this is ridiculous because they think about the exposure. But exposure goes both ways. You could pick whoever. Why do you pick me? Go fuck yourself, right? It's true. You want exposure as well.
Well, and you don't have a manager, right? It's just you. I'm assuming that does.
No, it's just me, man.
Dude, fucking chat. It's fucking like that's, dude. Of course, that's so rare nowadays, brother. And I'm saying, like, again, I haven't had a manager ever doing this because, like, I don't know if you're similar to me in the sense of like, I need to know that I am fully control's not the word, but I like any situation, anything that could happen, any like great opportunities. I need to make sure that I'm the one that is in charge of making sure that happens and not some dude that like I'm giving 10, 20% to that like maybe won't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that's something where as having that role, to tie in what you were saying, is like you have to deal with a lot of that. And like obviously I think a lot of musicians too, they don't give they're just like, I don't want to deal with the business. I want, it's always, here's my manager's email, right? Which is, fine, understandable. But I know, particularly in my case, and I'm assuming it's probably relative to yours, that we don't get that luxury. It's like, okay, we want to do fun things. We want to have fun opportunities, but it's also like, all right, if, we have to still do the business side of it and make sure we're not getting taken advantage of, right? Because I think a lot of being the content creator side is we get, sure, a lot of views and all this stuff, but also in the music industry side, sometimes we don't get as respected. So then when a label sometimes or like a band comes to you, they just think, oh, this, a person that gets a lot of views, like that's cool. But they're gonna be the ones that are lucky because they get to play with us. They get to do something with us instead of it be like but also your band is probably going to be irrelevant in 2 years, and the market we're talking on, or where our audience is now, and is going to be generational, and we're going to keep going for it. So it's like I've seen a lot of some labels which get it, and they're like, holy fuck, this is the new age, because why would we put our marketing budget into a random billboard or like an ad or like here or there, just when we can pay this, or we can pay expenses, as you mentioned, at least, right? And then there's some labels that are like, you're just a fucking YouTuber, like, what? Like you're welcome for the opportunity, and it's so sad when that happens, man. And that sucks that you've had to deal with that too, especially like on a big scale, because it's like, fuck, man, like it's. And those are the bands that are just gonna have to learn, I think, kind of the hard way over time, where like, why isn't the new generation give a fuck about us? Well, because no one's dealing with your shit anymore, which sucks.
Yeah. No, it feels good, man. The best part of being in charge is being able to tell people to fuck off. That I love. That's better than all the money, all the everything, man. Whenever somebody is talking shit or they're not making any sense, having the power of saying like, dude, you're not dealing with some agency or whatever. You're talking to me.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself, big time. I don't need this shit. Go fuck yourself. I don't care if you are this or that. Go fuck yourself. Because sometimes you deal with people that have never, ever in their entire lives been told to go fuck themselves. They have lived, it's true. If people that have a manager that don't know how things go, as soon as you talk to them, they redirect you to a label or to some external agent that is going to deal with that crap. And it's like, dude, your belly is full. I get it. You have a very big house, a very nice car. But if you want to deal with me, let's fucking talk, It's true. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Well, and that's I have mad respect for you for that, because that's even YouTubers mostly have managers now. Like that's a common thing, which that was funny because YouTube is the DIY. It's you do it yourself. That's the point of YouTube.
Yeah.
And now obviously like some YouTubers, or they get bigger, or there's even like smaller YouTubers that like have agencies and managers and all of this, like this huge team, which is great. But also a lot of time what happens, and I see particularly with some of those YouTubers, is they get a little out of touch. Like they forget like talking with people. They forget what it's like to have to do your own thumbnails or like your own description, or like just they kind of just sit there and they're like, well, when's the opportunities coming in? I'm getting the views. My team should be giving me the opportunities, without realizing, hey, bro, as a YouTuber content creator, no one is going to give more of a fuck about what you do besides you. Like you are 100% going to be the one that cares the most about what happens. And it's rare to see that now, man. Like the DIY shit, it's kind of going away, and it's kind of crazy because like AI exists too. Like, dude, if people need a specific title, like okay, Chat GPT nowadays, like it's really not that hard, man. Like for some fucking people, so we live in a weird world, man, nowadays. Oh my god, this light is crazy. Let me try to reorient myself.
It's going to hit you eventually, man. The sun is moving.
It's right there, here. I'm gonna just shift this over here. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Take your time, man.
Here we go. We're chilling here. I'm gonna just correct. There we go. Okay, we're fine. There we go. It's funny because this is also on DSPs, so on Spotify or Apple Music, people are just gonna be like, "What the fuck is Nik talking about?" Big lights, very scary. As you can tell, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I probably need a manager. Over all of these years, man. Like, what? How is it? Like, do you have anything like imposter syndrome at moments? Like obviously for like where even you're like, holy fuck, like I'm the drum guy, like I'm that's me. I mean, because you seem so chill, and like I haven't met you in person, but you seem like the guy I meet in person. It's exactly what I get. You know what I mean? Like it's the same person you see, right? Like how has that been for you? Do you feel like you sometimes have to deal with like imposter syndrome, or you're like, holy shit, like this is bigger than I ever thought it was even gonna get?
Yeah, I think I've dealt with all the syndromes. Yeah, the imposter thing is crazy because I don't know how to explain this, but for most of the audience, I mean, music is a language eventually.
Yeah.
The more you know about it, the better you get. That's obviously, but for most of the people, the average musician, they don't have enough vocabulary to fully understand music.
Yeah.
So, sorry, give me 1 second.
No worries, man.
So they see you and they see all the views that you have, and they instantly go with that's the best drummer ever, and it's not true, So that hurts a lot, because you see how the attention of half the world is going through your content, and you see other people that are way better. I mean, I don't need to even travel to a different country to find better drummers than me. There are plenty of people in Spain that are so fucking crazy, ridiculous, that could overplay anything that I do in a second. And they don't get any attention, man. So it's fucking frustrating, So that's the worst fucking thing in terms of, I don't know if that's imposter syndrome or something like that, but that doesn't feel good when you see those kind of comments like, this is the best. Dude, you don't know half of what you're talking about. And even if you reply like, okay, please consider, if you like what I do, please consider my criteria to be better than yours. This is not the best. There are better. No, this is the best. Okay, whatever. Yeah, So yeah,
but dude, and you gotta give yourself credit too, man. Like Al, like dude, you are a fucking insane drummer, bro.
You know what I am. I give myself credit, man, but credit where it's due. I am a very, very, very sharp content creator. I am never going to say to somebody, yeah, no, no, I like what I do, and I take pride on my
Right.
numbers, on my statistics, on my, on, I don't know, conversion rate or engagement or
Right.
whatever. I see the numbers, and some things you can actually quantify and say objectively. There is no way, like, you can like what I do, not like what I do, but you cannot discuss my work as a content creator. It's done. Like, numbers are there. I take pride in that. But in terms of music, so much people doing way more interesting things, way more technical things. So it's like, I'm just lucky to be here and to have the opportunity to have a bigger audience, to share this with a lot of people. But I only like to take pride on the work in terms of the business side, and that I like.
Well,
That I like, yeah.
dude, entertaining, and I think that's also like a thing a lot of musicians undervalue is, in the end, like music is music, right? And also entertainment is music. Like people want to listen to something, they want to watch something, they want to enjoy it, right? And I feel like there's always, and there always will be, the game of musicians trying to, fucking out techie each other, which is cool because that helps, that elevates the ceiling of, musicians being able to get better. Like I see Jason Richardson fucking do new whatever the fuck, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, as a guitarist, fuck, like that's intense, or I see like a lot of these like math rock guys doing these crazy finger picking, multi-tapping, etc. And like same thing with drummers, just doing outrageous things. And the combo that you see works the best is those musicians that also know how to entertain, because there's so many good musicians that only care about being technical, but like they won't be able to create necessarily a form of content. I'm including music as well, like a piece of music or really a form of content that a regular non-musician will be able to sit there and vibe with, you know what I mean? And that's a whole thing on its own that you have mastered over these years, where like a lot of technical drummers can't do that. They're really fucking technical, they're god tier drummers, holy shit, right? But like when it comes to just like, hey, how do I do something that entertains people in terms of them not being like really crazy as a musician, that's where I think a lot of musicians struggle, because it's just not something. Again, you go to guitar lessons, you're not taught how do you make this entertaining. You're just taught fucking learn how to sweep, because that's the first thing you ask as a guitarist. Just like nowadays, I don't know what the equivalent is for kids doing drums. Probably blast beats is like the new yo, first lesson. Can you teach me how to do the blast thing? Like and nowadays, like I said, it's just a different thing where entertainment is so embedded, and also songwriting, which there's a lot of really good musicians, and then when it comes to songwriting, you're kind of like, oh shit, there's like you don't know how to do anything that's not a riff salad sometimes, or like a drum salad, where it's, again, where you and I listen to the cost as well, like you have very tasteful drumming, and that's something that again takes time and understanding of music and writing to entertain and write something good, and not just fucking
definitely. The real goal will be to play as little notes as possible. That I would love, man. I would love to have a fucking pop band, just to play 4 on the floor all the way up, because it's super easy to tour when you don't really need to execute complex things, man. I used to be on a metal band a couple of years ago, and I was touring, man, over the world, and it was such a pain in the ass. The warm-ups, this and that, no alcohol before the gigs, no nothing before the gigs,
Right.
You need to rest, you need to do a lot of things. And now that I'm with Residente, which is also pretty technical, but not as fast, or it doesn't require that much of a warm-up, it's more of a mental puzzle that you need to make. I don't even fucking warm up, man. I'm just chilling, drinking beer, just relaxing, and whenever I need to go, I go and play, and it doesn't matter if it's 10,000 or 100,000, you just play the same fucking thing. It's good, it's tasty. That's what I like, man. I like that
and
way
you
more
have
than this.
fun, man. That's, again, something I feel like, bro, in 2025, like musicians forget to have fun, and I'm like, why the fuck did you pick up the instrument if it wasn't to like enjoy it, instead of it being like this chore? And it's like, like again, paralleling to content creators, like a lot of content creators are so spent because they only did one thing and they hate that thing now, but like people, that's the only thing they'll get views if they only do the one fucking thing. And it's like, I see a lot of that like burnout and exhaustion in a very unhealthy way. That's why even for myself, many years, I kind of like doing the covers, bro. I love going back and playing fucking 578 metalcore, whatever the fuck, or like melodic death metal shit. But like even myself, I was like, dude, I basically won't be here next year. Yeah, I will. I'm going to be I'm going to quit. I'm going to be a normie if this is what I continue. And that's even for me. I had to take that moment and be like, yeah, dude, like I got to switch this up. I got to try new shit. I got to have fun. Because if it's not fucking fun, it's not going to happen. Because you work like you told me your schedule. Dude, your work is insane. I think I open up Instagram every day at least, and I'm like, yep, L is the first thing I fucking see, no matter what. I could be watching lo-fi beats the day before, and I will see your drum video instantly when I open up Instagram. Like, it's just gonna fucking happen. I'm like, sick, fuck yeah, right? Like, that's something where, and I don't know if you agree with this, like the balance of enjoying and having fun with the hard work is like, that's the sweet spot that a lot of people I think are not that good at hitting, to be honest.
Yeah, it is true, but also there are, for me personally, I don't know about the rest of the people, but there are two forms of joy, man, you know, where you have fun and you are doing something funny or this or that.
Yeah.
That's very good, but also when you put into perspective what you do for a living and what other people do for a living, that's what really motivates me, man. Even if my work, I work a lot and this and that, but man, there are people laying bricks at 6 a.m. until 9 for $1,000 a month. That happens here, and it happens in Guatemala, and it happens everywhere. People really go through crazy amounts of work and through exhaustion. And am I going to complain, man? Yeah, I play drums as much as I can. I work maybe 10 hours a day. I can play drums maybe 6 hours a day. But what's that when you compare it to people working 40 years in an office, or just putting bricks, or just doing the railroads or whatever? Yeah, so you can think about it like, I need to do something fun, you know, I need to do some reactions, or you can just put it into perspective and say, look, dude, it's not that bad. Like, we're fucking actually doing something better. It could be way worse, you know?
Oh, dude, yeah. I hear, when I hear sometimes content creators complain, they're always like, or that thing that went kind of viral, like, you know, streaming is harder than than a 9 to 5, which it's a bit more complex, because a streamer or content creator, we probably put, like, you know, like you said, 16 hours in a day. Yeah. Which is it's so unhealthy, by the way, like super fucking unhealthy, but we'll put those hours, but we love it and it's enjoyable. So it doesn't feel like that versus, you know, like 100%, all 90% of content creators, if they have to do, you know, go to do a 9 to 5 or like lay bricks or something, 1 hour, you are dying. Like, you're done, brother. Like, you can't, and people have to, you know, 9 to 5, like regular job. It's a lot of fucking work. And that's something that like you said, we're so blessed that we get to do this shit because it's so fun, even if we have to work dumb hours. You know, stay up all night.
That's the thing, man. Even when it's not fun and it's really like grinding, if you have your head on your shoulders, you know, if you are on this fucking planet with your feet on the ground and you have regular friends, I think people lose touch of reality very fast when they become streamers, and then they hang out with the streamers and everyone has a better life than you do. But if you don't do that shit, if you just hang out with your friends, man, my friend Manu works at a metal industry and he's welding constantly with this plasma fucking thing, and he's often burned with the fucking plasma. And you see that guy, and I drink a couple of beers with him, and it is like, dude, I am so fucking fortunate to do what I do. Like, I don't have blisters because I was welding with plasma, you know? That's like fucking crazy. So as long as you talk to fucking people in the real world, you can actually feel very grateful for what you do, and you actually go like, oh shit, this is very good. Of course, it has its moments, and we all suffer, and there is depression everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or whatever. But it's very good to take a little step back and see things with perspective and actually practice gratefulness, you know, with the fucking cosmos or God or gods or whatever you believe in. I don't care. But it is something that you need to do, man. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Have you? I know have you been in Spain your whole life?
Yeah. I'm not planning on moving at all. I think I'm very happy here. Yeah. I hang out with the same friends. In here, nobody knows me. Like, there is no fame thing. I can go. Nobody in this fucking, not even in my village. I don't even live on a city. I live on a village. There must be like 10,000. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere, man. And no one stops you. No one says, hey, this is, no, you just go to the fucking places. People don't know who you are. And it's super nice, man. It's cheap, good weather, good food. Everything is good, man.
Dude, that's blessed, bro. That's fucking blessed. Me and my partner, we just moved from Canada to Orlando, and we're even thinking, because we're not like downtown. I hate downtowns in anywhere, but like we're thinking even of like kind of getting a bit more remote area of just like chilling, because like I mean, especially as a content creator and shit, like you don't need anything. You need our thing. We need grocery store. Where's the Costco? Like that's it. Like how close is our fucking? I don't know if in Spain you have Costco or something.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, something else. But yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Where's the fucking Costco? Okay, we're close enough to that. Life is good. We're chilling. And that's kind of fucking it. Where it's like, it's a very weird dynamic of just existing in 2025. And I think like essentials and wow, this light is crazy. So I'm gonna move back here. But fucking we usually. Here we go. We're chilling. Dude, yeah. Elle, I want to say, first of all, thank you for coming to shoot the shit, bro. I know it's also a little later in Spain.
It's good, man.
And dude, of course, man. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of what you've done over all these years. And it's cool to be able to talk with someone, especially with like someone with your perspective and mentality. Because I think that's rare, you know, someone that's just, fuck, you're DIY as it gets, bro. Like you are mad fucking DIY, and I have so much respect for that coming from, you know, the world that, again, me doing this shit 11 years now too, like that kind of mentality of like, you got to figure it out. There's so many moments in, you know, content or music where you're just like, can't do it, not going to happen. This person's not going to get it done. This person's not going to get it done. I want to collab and expand, but I can't. And you just fucking do it yourself, and you have to learn how to do the editing of the videos, the playing, the camera. You have to be your own, you know, photographer, lighting person, everything. And like, fuck, man. And you got to be really consistent. Do you have any plans anytime soon, like of either slowing down or like thinking or like focusing on a bigger particular project, or are you just kind of just grind shorts, go for it? Like,
no, I'm retiring, man. I'm retiring, actually. Yeah,
actually?
I'm retiring. Yeah. Not right now because I don't have the money or anything, but I'm fully. All my hopes are on retirement. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I want to go back to what I did, man. I was happy just playing. I did the same thing that I do right now, but not for the views, just to, you know, be creative and fuck around the kid. So if I'm ever able to get enough money, or if I get a good investment or something where I can actually make a living with that, I'm definitely quitting. Yeah.
Damn,
but I'm not planning. Yeah, I'm not planning on like constant growth. You know, constant growth. It's called cancer. You know, and it kills. There's nothing else for real, man. In here, life is very cheap. If I manage my channel to keep going for a couple years and I make enough money and I put the money in the right places, I'm off.
You're
definitely.
chilling.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, it's
dude.
good.
Dude, that's fucking respect. Because like I feel a lot of content creators, they obviously, you know, it's such a lucky thing to be able to do that. They kind of just go until they get canceled. You know? Like,
yeah.
and
totally.
It's sad. I've seen so many either get canceled or they just really slowly die out, and that's depressing too. Seeing like, oh, this month they only posted twice. Oh, the next month they didn't post at all. You know, and you're just like. And then they'll show up every like few months, and you're like, you don't want to be here anymore. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of fucking tell, and it's really sad to see that death of a content creator. So I think how like that, you know, I know you don't have a particular plan maybe, but like that bigger idea of just like kind of going out on your terms and like fuck it, just go hard and then peace. You know? Like,
that's the thing. Yeah. You need to. You need to have a limit where you say it's enough for you to feel like rich, or not rich in terms of money, but in terms of life, you know?
Fulfilled, man.
Yeah, fulfillment, yeah. Most of the people, especially content creators, they say the millions, not us because we are music content creators, but the Mr. Beasts and the PewDiePies and these kind of people, it's like, it's never going to be enough, man. Yeah. If I had, a third of the money that they have, I would never place a camera in my fucking life. Just go to Bali or Bahamas. It's true, man. Life is something else, man. What we do is very nice and we're very privileged, but there's something else, man. There's something outside, you know. Go to the streets and just fucking, I don't know, run with your dog. Find pleasure in the little things in life, you know. Most people just get a crazy habit of spending crazy money. They drive a crazy car with a crazy house. For me, it's like, man, I would do a cabin in the woods and I would go with a bike. You know, I don't need an engine, man. As long as I have bread on the table and my family is healthy and safe, my dogs, I don't give a fuck, man. I can just shred like I used to do. I've been doing the same thing all my life. It's good.
Yeah, man. I've again, mad fucking respect for that. Like, is there? I like you said, there's a moment where there's like, oh, you're realizing the number is never enough. You know, like I think I had. I don't know if you had the same thing. Like I started, and you're like, oh, 1,000 subscribers. Oh fuck, okay. Oh, 10,000. Like, dude, if I get 100,000, like that's it. Like and you're like, oh, can we get the million? You know?
Yeah.
And then that was the one for me where not I lost motivation, but I lost care for the number. It was after you hit 1 million, you're like, oh, you're doing 10? Like, what's like, you know, like what's the number is kind of just a number at that point that is attached to, sure, maybe success or like financial, you know, things doing better as the number gets bigger, sure. But like, yeah, I don't know if you had that same feeling when you hit like 1 million where you're just like, oh, like number is cool, blessed, but like it's a number at this point. Like it's
yeah, it is fucking crazy because what people don't understand is that the size of the number also comes with the statistics.
Yes.
So you are always on a little statistic game that keeps changing as long as your numbers go up. What means is that no matter how high no matter how many subscribers you get, you can also check your YouTube panel and see that you are doing very bad.
Yep.
You know, your views may be down, your income
dude, the
is
10
down.
out of the 10 video, L, is fucking the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's the worst, man. No matter. And what before 100,000 was amazing, and now 100,000 sucks. And that's the thing. If you cannot just get out of that fucking game and say, I'll do what I want to do for as much as I can, and then I'll fuck off. I don't see the purpose, man, because you get tangled on that fucking game. You always see, whenever you are hitting very big numbers, you know that there's going to be a valley after that. I don't know if that happened to you, but whenever you get a lot of fucking subscribers, then here comes the valley. So for a month, whatever you do for a month is not going to be worth shit. It doesn't matter how good it is because the algorithm is not going to recommend it to so many people because not many people are clicking on your links and not many people are, you know. So it's always whenever you're going up, I feel scared shitless, man. It's like, oh, this is going down. You cannot have eyes on, look at how good I'm doing. No, this is going to get very bad. The better it gets, the worse it will get. Eventually, it will go down to the fucking floor and it will destroy your whole self-esteem as long as you depend on that for your self-esteem.
Exactly.
So it's not a matter of just watching it. You need to understand it. You need to understand that no matter how up you go, it will go down and the numbers just change, but the whole statistics change with the numbers. So just do what you want to do and try to be happy for as long as you can. And if you're not happy, stop doing it, man. It's super complicated. It's super complicated,
Dude, makes fucking sense though, dude. L, brother, absolute fucking pleasure again. Chat. Let's get some class tour. L! Oh my God, I don't want to ruin the rest of your name. Estepario. Did I get it? L. Estepario.
Yeah, I'm George, by the way.
Oh, George! George, everybody. He's like, well, it's just, is that what you tell, like, any gringo that's like, it's George, bro. Like,
It's Jorge, but it will be translated as George. Yeah.
Okay. George, everybody. Okay. Dude, thank you so much, bro. It's always a pleasure. And, man, yeah, like I said, always feel free, you know, like, don't be a stranger. It's so cool to see what you're doing. And it's cool that we live in a world, too, where, like, we're able to kind of see what each other's doing from, like, across the world. And, like, we don't really, like, you don't have to say much to each other. We're just like, oh, like, yeah, cool. Like, yeah, it pops in my feed right here. Obviously, homie's, like, kind of killing it. And, like, dude, yeah, man, like, anytime you need anything, like I said, like, it's cool to see someone in the scene fucking killing it, pushing regardless, drumming, guitar, metal, to more people, man. And again, you're just such a chill, humble dude, and I have a lot of fucking respect for you. So, like, dude, always feel free to reach out if you need anything. I can help in the fucking core world over here with breakdowns, bro. And if you ever want to do shit, like, dude, always feel free to let me know. But thank you for coming to hang, brother. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, for real. Thank you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. And whatever you're saying, it goes both ways, you know, that respect is mutual, and we are investing a lot of time and a lot of our life into pushing this fucking thing forward. I respect you a lot as well, so thank you, for real. Thank you so much for
thank you, brother. Oh, guys, go follow him on everything. I mean, like, on follow his band, The Cost. Check out their new record out in a couple weeks. Go check out he's everywhere. Come on, like Instagram, TikTok, fucking YouTube. Sure. Al, thank you, brother. Have a beautiful day, brother. All right, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man. Cheers.
Peace.